Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 24 of the final season of Attack on Titan. In the last episode, Annie is free, making her way seemingly back to Marley with Hitch, as she had this entire time already knows what was going on because of the conversations that Hitch and Armin would come down into the dungeons to just kind of talk at her crystal. She was awake. She was conscious through that entire thing. So she heard all those conversations, though through those she was able to keep in touch of what's been going on in the world, which was really interesting. Also a little minorly disappointing because I would have loved to have seen that initial reaction to finding out exactly what the hell just happened on the outside. That being said, though, seems like she's on her way with Hitch back to Marley, or at least on an attempt to make it back to her father. I don't know otherwise what her game plan is going to be from there. Aside from that, Connie is still in the wind with Falco, trying to deliver him to feed to his mother to turn her human. Meanwhile, the scouts are trying to deal with the Jaegerists just kind of taking over. You know, Jean dealing with Phlox, just kind of going power hungry, kind of taking his place as kind of ruling over everything right now, apparently in everybody's stead, or at least seemingly so, taking charge of everything back at the fortress. You know, we also got the reveal that Eren had revealed his plan to Flock way long before any of this had ever happened, so they knew this was the end goal and that he was using Zeke and all of them as well this entire time. And again, that's another thing that just puts the scouts into odds with Eren at this point, is like, well, why wouldn't he ever tell us his plan? What was the point of telling Flock and not us? Like, it's just more like segmenting and fracturing his relationships, and I still feel like there's a reason for that. So I guess we'll figure that out eventually. Mikasa, her scarf is missing. We don't know where that's went. Armin went off to go stop Connie from doing what he's going to do with Falco. Then we got a post-credits scene showing us that Hanji and Levi they're both alive. She's patched him up. She's like, this guy will not die, as she runs into Peak and the commander that's been with her. And we have an unlikely alliance in the wake of this apocalypse that is befalling everybody. So I'm curious to see where that goes. So guys, that catches us up. If you're part of the 75% of people that are watching these videos and are not subscribed, I really hope by the end of this you change your mind and end up subscribing and joining the channel. We got plenty of reactions coming down the pipeline, a whole lot of different stuff that might be up your alley. Give it a chance. That being said, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode or any of the other episodes, you can check those out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. This is one of the ways you can help support us over here, help us work towards expanding the types of reactions we do, the amount of reactions we do, and just improving the overall quality of these videos for you guys. It really does help us out in the end, but I know not everybody can support us in that way, and a simple way you can support us is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, and helping us with that YouTube algorithm. That said and down out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this episode. Here we go. Oh. Well, what the fuck? Oh, wow. Killing your own's gotta suck like that, especially. Damn. He's gonna have some wicked scars. Okay, it's because he's an Ackerman, maybe. Or at least that's the theory. Oh. Oh! We get to see that. Oh, hey. I mean, what else can you fucking do right now, right? 83. Pride. And still marching.
母さんにファルコを食わせるにはどうすればいい？素直な子だよな。こんなところで野宿することに文句も言わない。信じているのか、俺のことを。
Come on, Connie.
サシャ、お前なら分かってくれるか。
病院に行くんじゃなかったんですか？どうして廃墟の村に？
見てもらおうかと思って。
ここ。
He built a tent over it.
昨晩あなたの独り言が聞こえてきました。サシャって。
Oh, fuck.
仲間の兵士ですよね。あなたは俺が誰かを知りながら俺に復讐するつもりですか？
違う、あれは戦闘行為だったと。
I don't like it.
動けないから安心しろ。もう何年もこのままなんだ。
俺に見せて。どうするつもりですか？
巨人の歯磨きを手伝ってほしいんだ。こんな貴重な体験めったにないぞ。
What's with that face, Connie? Oh my god. He almost turned into a completely different person there. Didn't look anything like Connie.
考えようぜ。なあ、いいだろう。
はい。
Help me brush his teeth, and then I'm going to just push you into its mouth. Connie.
正しいお前なんかにバカのことなんてわかんねえよ。
ファルコ、アギトの力を使って。アギトの力。
No, he doesn't know. Still.
コニーを許してくれ。
おい、来るなっつったろうが。
Armin, no, don't you dare.
何するつもりだ。
He's
さっき喋るなって言っただろ。だから行動で示せよ。
fuck. God damn it. Armin, you fucking mad lad, dude. Holy
つ
shit.
けなかったらどうするつもりだったんだ。
君のお母さんが。
超大型巨人を継承してな。そうなりゃ母ちゃんを苦しめるって立派な兵士になれって言って送り出された。子供と友達を殺すかもしれなかった。そんな兵士になっちまったんだ。
Armin's the fucking best boy, man. Jesus.
団長の代わりになれなかった。
俺は母ちゃんに誇れる兵士になりたい。だから困ってる人を助けに行こう。
Damn.
探し。
That title card, like, I don't think we need to see it. Read it. I skimmed it. It's pretty much just a breakdown of the tent in that area. So.
このマフラーをあなたが持っていると思った。ごめんなさい。
Oh.
ダイソーの破片がお腹にあってもう取り出せません。
It's a girl that she inspired, wasn't it? Saved and inspired.
ことができなくて残念です。少しだけイエーガーさんと話したことがあります。このマフラーは捨ててほしいと話してました。捨てるくらいだったらこのまま私と返して。あなたに憧れて兵士になりました。悔いはありません。あなたの背中を追いかけて私は心臓を捧げて生きたのですから。
Oh, shit, finally.
俺には自由をもたらす金の根のようだったよ。
Damn, man.
我々エルディア帝国は100年以上にわたり世界に勝利した。
なあミカサ、お前もイエーガー派に加わってジャンはすっかりその気らしいがな。
心臓を捧げよう、心臓を捧げよう。
とにかくライナーの元に急がないと。
23日は昏睡状態だから安心して。
しかし本当なのかアルミン。
全ての硬質化が解かれたのなら兄が復活した可能性も。
Oh, she's right there.
兄がパイをむさぼり食ってるだね。食い方4年ぶりのパイなんだよ。ごめん、並ぶのに時間かかって。店員偶然アルミン・コニーと会い行動を共にすることになった。先を急ぐ。4年間話しかけてくれてありがとう。陰湿なルームメイトより。一人じゃ食べきれないじゃない。
Oh.
これよりエルディア帝国にあだなす2人の義勇兵を処刑する。それは同時に次、このパラディ島の統治を宣言するものである。罪人の名はイエレナ。所詮は汚ねえマネ。
I have a thought of where I think this scene's gonna go, and I am so nervous.
最後に言いたいことは。
まだ打たないの。
まだ打たない。罪人はおにゃんこぽ。気が変わったのなら今のうちに。
それはあんたたちのためでもあった。そして力を貸した結果、俺の故郷は潰され、残ったのは出来の悪い排外主義者のクズ野郎どもか。突然無差別に殺されることがどれほど理不尽なことか知ってるはずだろう。黙ってないで何とか言えよジャン。
おい、
しまった。外した。
お前何のつもりだ。
Whoa! No, 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 no. Here's the cart. As long as no limbs were gone. Dude. Dude! What is going on? What is it? Oh!
今なら砦の反対側に注意がいってるはずだ。行こう。
Did they know the cart was gonna show up?
誰かこっちを。
That is not what I thought was gonna happen at all. Who was that?
たままでいられるんでしょ。歯磨きとかしないの。
失礼ですよ。いつの間にマーレと手を組んだ。昨晩だ。
Oh.
G は安泰のはずなのに。あのまま耳を塞いで部屋にこもっていたかった。でも
Did Hanji like get a letter to them early or something?
許してくれねえんだよ。じゃん。言ってる意味がわからないけど、ありがとう。
私まで。
君を確保することが車力の力を借りる条件だったんだ。生きたまま引き渡せって。
Ah.
大きな。
He ain't gonna be okay with what you've done. Aw. Man, this fucking team, dude.
落ち着いて、ライナー。安心してください。みんな味方です。
時間がねえ。早く行くぞ。
The shoulder touch.
世界を救いに。
God damn. I don't know what the fuck they could do. And after the last one, I'm just going to make sure there's not something at the end of this episode because I had to re-upload last week because I messed that up. All right, nothing at the end of this one. All right, good. Moving on. So, this episode, we got a team rallying together. We've met back up with Annie, who is left with the main group. She's joined Connie, Armin, everybody. And they've just joined up with Reiner. Not to mention skipping over the entire thing that happened with Armin and Connie, man. Like, just seeing, like, Connie wrestling with what he was trying to do and trying to how to do it, and Falco confronting him about it because he was just kind of playing dumb throughout all of it. He does have amnesia, but not as much as Connie thinks he does. So it was kind of interesting seeing them both kind of play this kind of long game to see exactly what the other was going to do. And then Connie getting there, having built up this tent around his mother to keep her protected and sheltered and stuff for him to visit. It was rough, but Gabby and Armin made it there in time at least, so. But man, Armin is such a good kid, man. He's like, listen, I can't let Connie do this, but I know he's also, after that conversation he had with Mikasa in the last episode where he was like talking about his insecurities yet again, that he doesn't know what to do in light of all of this revelation going on around them, that he didn't feel like he was the right person to keep alive, that maybe that should have been Erwin. So he was like, well, maybe I can do some good with having the Colossal Titan. If Connie is wanting to have his mom back that bad, he was like, I need to prove my words, prove my actions to him. And I mean, if only to save Connie's and Falco's from this situation, he'd happily give himself up, even though that would give the Colossal Titan to Connie's mom, and that might just tactically be a very bad move, but is what it is. It was more about the heart of the situation and saving Connie from making this mistake, as well as a way of kind of repaying the world in his own way if it happened. But Connie, of course, snapped out of it and didn't let his mother eat Armin, of all people. And I guess that whole realization and seeing the resolve that Armin had for Connie there in those moments snapped him out of whatever funk he was in here and made him reflect on what he was doing. Even though he was kind of doing that on his journey over there, but he was still kind of pushing through some of those doubts that he had. And then, I guess, and we saw some continuation of Hanji and the general and the relationship they've kind of started to develop there with Levi in his very tattered state. And I don't know how he could, I mean, I'm sure Ackerman stuff or whatever, he can left-handed all he needs to, but he's missing those two fingers. So he's at least like, I don't think you could wield one of those swords with just, that'd be really hard, like not being able to hold it, grip the top and balance it. But it does give him at least another, he still has, as far as we know, we haven't even seen it. We haven't seen on the underside of that. We don't know how bad the rest of his body is. But yeah, I like who knows, man. You can't keep Levi down. He could have stumps, and I think he would probably still find a way to take Zeke out. But we'll see. We will see. But seeing him and Hanji approach General McGrath and Peak and build this alliance, I mean, it's an alliance of a necessity right now, and who knows what will happen once Eren's gone, but I'm hoping for the better that this will be a thing that unites everybody, and maybe it'll work out in the end. I know a lot of people disagree, but maybe I'm just being a little optimistic about where this might go. I just don't know where else to turn with this without things just kind of rebounding back to the way they were after they take out Eren, if they do. So I don't know. But everything else seems to be following suit in the way that I kind of feel like it's going to go, with everybody coming together, all the people on both sides coming together. Now that shot was Jean, now we didn't get to see him get roped into that conversation because they were like, when did you join Marley? It was like last night. We didn't get to see, if we did, I completely missed it, but we didn't get to see Jean actually have that conversation to know that this plan was going through, let alone that the Cart Titan was going to come and scoop him up. and save them from that situation, and that his misfires were the signal for everybody to start moving into positions and setting up what they need to set up. See, what I thought was going to happen in that moment was with him being there to dual execute Yelena and Onyankopo. I thought he was going to, like, we were going to pan over as Flock was pointing the gun at Yelena, and I thought he was going to get a bullet through the head, and Jean was just going to take Flock, this fanatic who's just gone out, finally. That it wouldn't be these epic wars, it wouldn't be these fighting titans, it wouldn't be fighting Marley that could killed him. It was just a comrade of all things. Is kind of where I thought that scene was going to go, but I like the way it panned out even better, to be honest. Yeah. Then we have Mikasa talking to that one soldier who ended up being the one that took the scarf, and you know, she's the little girl that she inspired, much like, you know, Eren was the kid that was inspired by them. You know, Mikasa in turn, you know, just being Mikasa and being in the Scouts, did exactly that for another kid and became the role model for someone else to look up to. And she followed in her footsteps. I got her here, and with shrapnel in her that they're unable to remove. So who knows what that'll lead to for her, if she's just, if it's life-threatening or if it's just a lifelong crippling. I don't know. I don't know what that's going to entail for her, but it just kind of puts that responsibility unknowingly and unwillingly on Mikasa in a way, because, you know, she didn't ask for that. She didn't ask her to join the military. She didn't go out there doing that, but now in a way it's her, she's responsible for what happened to this kid. And then she was like, I guess she was also a Jaegerist though as well, because she had talked with Eren, and Eren was like, oh, I was going to throw away that scarf. And she was like, well, no, I'll take it. It brings me closer to Mikasa, because she's a bit of a fangirl. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff being tossed around in this episode for sure. I'm curious to see where everything goes from here, man. This is a team I did not expect to come together. And this comes back to the iconic shoulder touch between Reiner and Connie. So they're all in the same team now. It's just we're short some members I would have loved to have had on this team. But yeah, Annie, Reiner, Armin, Connie. It's Jean, and then of course McGrath. That look that he gave Yelena. It's like us getting lent the Cart Titan for a moment to save you was contingent on whether or not we brought these two back. They wanted Yelena. They probably don't care about Onyakupo, but like they want Yelena because of what she did, what she conspired, and what she knows about Zeke. All that glare. I can't wait to see how that conversation goes, if we get to see it. This was a fun episode. You know, we've had a lot of intensity in the last few, and it's nice to see things kind of like we get to live in it and see like how people are dealing with the situation. And it's weird because like in the inner circle here, around the capital, we just see so many people just, you know, celebrating the Eldian Empire, celebrating in their freedom and the final Titan leaving. And they have this little festival. Now, it seems like most people seem to be turning Jaegerist because obviously that's benefiting them very much right now. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see, guys. I love how complex this show is and has gotten. I love it. I love it so much. Anyway, guys, that's another one down. Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the episode down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join us in the Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that on my socials in the description box. I hope you follow me on each and every one of those. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this, remember that's on Patreon, or if you become a member on the channel, it gets you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Sherritt, Ryan, Karen, Philly Vane, Yori, Corey Scott, Margaret Grace, Mary, Bradley, Nate, Proudy, and Melita. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next week with the next one. Take care, everybody.